as we like it, the Man United edition. And today is the day of Super Sunday. It's the beginning of a new dawn. Erik ten Hag has taken over as Man United manager. His first press conference today, he had an interview with the club, and he had the press conference today. A lot of questions were asked. He had a lot of questions from journalists. Some questions I will tell you. Some asked, would he keep Maguire as the captain? He said Maguire's a good player. He would decide that when the players come back. Another question that was asked was, did he listen to Louis van Gaal, who told him about, does he want to manage a commercial club or a business club or a football club? He answered that way he answers questions like, I spoke to a lot of people and I will make my decisions. They did ask him, will you be keeping Ralph Rangnick as a consultant? He said that's for the club to make that decision. You see, he's really smart. Then they asked another question. Are you going to listen to everything analyzed by Ralph Rangnick? Are you going to take everything he analyzed for you over the years as the interim manager and all this? He said he's done his own analysis. He's listened to the club and the people. You see, he didn't want to bring anything about Ralph into the situation because they're going to say, oh, he's telltale. So obviously he's going to tell what Ralph Rangnick, he's going to analyze what Ralph Rangnick's information is going to use that and analyze it by himself. So he was never going to throw Ralph Rangnick under the bus, nowhere. But a lot of these journalists were expecting those kind of meaty, juicy details. No. They did say what he thought about the game yesterday. He said he took his own analysis. He's going to take a look at the players. When do you think he's going to speak to the players? He said he will talk to the players after they come ready for pre-season. He's not going to talk to any of them right now. He's going to do his own analysis and his understanding of the club. He said the club has big history. There also was another question. You've managed clubs like Bayern Munich and Ajax. How different is this? He said this club has big history and big expectations. We haven't won a trophy in a league title 13 years. 10 years. And he said with the right players, the right opportunities, he should try and get United to play good football. He didn't say, I'm going to win you the title. He kept his cards close to the chest because if you just throw that out, they're going to quote. Another question they asked, big managers like Jose Mourinho, Louis van Gaal, Ole all sat on this political place and promised what they could do and they never delivered. He said, what makes you different? He did say, what makes me different is I will be able to work with the players better. I will be able to understand, make more research and more analysis on what I want and how I want us to play. So he's already placing himself and letting the journalists like, don't fuck with me, you journalists. While you're watching our video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It was a very good press conference. I liked his answers, were short, quick, and firm. He wasn't like, I didn't hear you, I didn't understand. His English was sound. He understood everything that was said to him, and his command of English was quite actually nice. Actually, he didn't complain about nothing. They talked about his relationship with Steve McLaren, and he did say with Steve McLaren. They said, how good has he been with you? He spoke highly of Steve McLaren, which he would say and which we expect him to say at this point. So he is kind of saying he is ready. He's made his analysis and he's looking for his position to start making his choice, his request for what he wants. I think he's spoken to the club. He said the club and him have had a long talk. They've decided. And they asked again, what made you choose this club? It has a very big project. He said because he understands what this club is requiring. Doesn't everyone say that at the job? But I think this guy's not a bullshitter. I don't think he's a guy who's going to come out and tell you a story of Peter Pan and Peter and Jane and the Little Red Riding Hood and the Seven Dwarfs and all that. I don't think he's going to say that. I think he's just going to tell us straight. I think he's straight like Ralph Rangnick, straight to the question, straight to the point, straight answers, and that's what we want, transparency. And I think the press conference was absolutely brilliant, actually. I thought some of the questions were, what do you, were you a childhood fan of United? He said in every country he goes to, he has a club he loves. So he didn't just say, it's all United. No, every country he goes, there's one club he supports. And he said, Man United, believe it or not, it is what it is. Another journalist said, have you been to Manchester? What do you like about Manchester? The food, the culture? And he just said, he answered the question the way a foreign person will answer the question who hasn't lived in Manchester. It is what it is. London and Manchester are completely different. London south, Manchester north. In London, where we come, it's different from up north. So it is slightly different. But they said, another journalist said, how do you find yourself competing with the big, toughest managers in the world, Pep and Klopp, who are winning the big trophies? He said, it's glad He's happy he's in the Premier League where he can compete and bring what he has to bring onto the table to compete with these big managers, which is in the most competitive league in the world. Other than that, it was a good conference. I'll say it was a good conference. I like what he said. I like his drive. I like the energy he brought, and he wasn't rattled. But a new dawn starts now. We are done. Last season is over. It was an absolute shit show. The worst season ever, lowest points ever, most goals conceded, least goals scored. 1/3 of those goals were scored by one man. We're not even going to go into all those details. But Brighton, we should thank Brighton for beating West Ham for us. Because Brighton humiliated us last week. They compensated by beating West Ham to stop us going to the European Conference. Could you imagine us in the European Conference League? What a bloody sham. But these players need to take this time out, go and think and look at themselves in the bloody mirror and ask themselves, do they really want to play for this club? I'm out of here. I'm Thomas, your host. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and help us get our journey to 4K. So we'll be helping. We really appreciate the support you've given us. Our next stop, 4K. So just do your subscribe, share, and like our videos. I'm out of here. I'm Thomas, your host. It's been a great, long season. We're ready to look into a new dawn. I'll see you guys very soon.